since it hasn't been decided, I think we ought to still have another debate before next year.
Yes! 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 That's what we've been wanting. Yeah. That's what we've been working at. Yeah! We've been working at it.
I just want to say I'm available anytime, any place, any location, on any network. And I'm hoping that maybe we'll have a chance so that Republican voters in places like Ohio and Texas will have a chance and have a choice and will have a voice and will get their vote. Because, my friend, if we go through the process of actually having an election, it's not me that's being harmed, it's you. It's the country and it's the future of the Republican Party. If we don't get the vote, I've heard some people say, do you think it will hurt the Republican Party for you staying in the race? No, my friend, it hurts the Republican Party when we don't even have a race. It hurts the Republican Party when we don't have the debate. It hurts the Republican Party when Republicans don't have a conservative choice. That's what hurts the Republican Party. Next week, and between now and then, I hope that you will do something that will shock America. And that is go out and make it so that I win Ohio. Because I'm going to tell you something. Yes! There are going to be some people all over this country saying, huh? He did what?
We want the beat.
Because most people have already figured out how this is going to happen. You're the only people that can change it. I can't change it. You can. You've got the power.
Yes.
And if it happens that you go out and mobilize and get your friends and relatives and people you work with and folks from your church and neighborhood to go and vote for me, and we win Ohio and we win Texas, folks, this whole race has changed. Everything.
Yes.
If that doesn't happen, chances are the network talkers next week will just be saying, oh, by the way, Ohio, just like we expected, just like we said it was going to happen, John McCain wins Ohio. Go on. If, however, you upset the whole deal, and I win Ohio, and I win Texas, they're going to spend all night sitting around saying, we don't know how this happened, we just absolutely don't have any explanation for this. They'll be parked out in Ohio to figure out. Then here's what we'll explain to them.
Rhode Island, too.
And Rhode Island, too. We were there last night, yesterday. And what we'd like to say to them is, because you know what, when it comes down to the final deal, those of you sitting in Washington don't make this decision. People make this decision in Columbus, Ohio, and in Cleveland, and in Cincinnati, and in Dayton, and in Akron, and in Toledo.
And Youngstown.
And that's where the decision is going to be made. And the people of Ohio get to make their own choice. And that's why I'm going to ask you to go out and get your friends and folks to vote with you, if they're going to vote for me. Now, I'm not one of these guys. Some of them are that say, no, it doesn't matter who you vote for as long as you vote. That's nonsense. Let me make this real clear. It matters who you vote for. So if you're going to vote for me, don't let anything keep you from it. I don't care how bad the weather gets. If you're not going to vote for me, or you have neighbors or friends who aren't, don't let those people go vote. Put a nail in their tire. Well, maybe not. Just tell them the election has been moved to April. We want folks to go out there and express themselves and be heard. Because this country still belongs to us. It doesn't belong to somebody who probably doesn't even know how hard you worked this year. And the fact that you're working harder this year and making less money because your gasoline costs are $1 a gallon more than they were a year ago. Because your health care costs are up. Because it costs more to educate your kids. You got Republicans saying the economy's doing great. Well, it's not doing so great for a lot of people in Ohio. We got to get that message to them. It's not going to happen if you just say to Washington, ditto, whatever you guys want to do to us. You've done it to us now for years. Just keep on doing it to us. It's time we say no. Enough is enough. I ask you to go and make it happen. You know, your motto encourages me. With God, all things are possible. It encourages me. Boy, my father said to me, son, Governor of Arkansas is coming to make a talk in our town. Governors never came to Hope, Arkansas. Later they started coming from Hope, Arkansas, but they never came. We were down in the corner of the state, little bitty sleepy town, nobody cared about us. He said, son, the governor's going to come make a talk dedicating a new lake they just built, and I'm going to take you down there and hear him speak, because, son, you may live your whole life and you may never see a governor in person. Little did he know that his own son would serve 10.5 years as the 44th governor of the state of Arkansas. And folks, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. With your prayers, your hard work, and your votes, next week I could be on my way to becoming the 44th President of the United States.